what is the place of jihad in Islam linking to this belief that once you die fighting jihad, you get 7 virgins? You know, maybe you could help throw more light on those two questions.
Regarding a second question, what is the concept of jihad? And in jihad, if someone dies, he gets 7 women. Jihad in Arabic means to struggle, to strive. The most misunderstood word in Islam today is jihad. It's not only misunderstood among the non-Muslims, it's even misunderstood among the Muslims. Most of the Muslims and non-Muslims think any war fought by any Muslim for any reason is called as jihad. Jihad does not mean any war fought by any Muslim for any reason, whether it be for personal gain, whether it be for wealth, whether it be for land. Jihad means to strive and struggle. In Islamic context, jihad means to strive and struggle against one's own evil inclination. Jihad also means to strive and struggle to make the society better. Jihad also means to strive and struggle against oppression. Jihad also means to strive and struggle in the battlefield in self-defense. So jihad basically means to strive and struggle. Regarding your main question, that what does it mean that if you die in jihad, you get 7 brides or 7 women? There is nothing like if you die in jihad, you'll get. If you die, you go to Jannah. If you are striving and struggling for anything, what I'm doing also jihad. I'm striving and struggling to convey the message of Allah to the people. Even I'm doing jihad. What I'm doing, I'm struggling, I'm sweating. Coming all the way thousands of miles from India, trying to convey the message of Allah to you. I'm doing jihad. If Allah accepts my jihad, even I will go to Jannah, inshallah. If He accepts. If He accepts. Now, one of the ways that while you are struggling and fighting in the battlefield, and that time also you die, that time also you go to Jannah. It is not only while fighting. Even today, if I strive and struggle to convey the message, and if Allah accepts it, I'll go to Jannah. Now, when you go to Jannah, there are many things. You'll have good things, you'll have good food, you'll have all the luxury. Besides that, you will even get women there. And that is the concept even in the Bible. All the good things you'll get in heaven when you go. And even the women will get good things, not only the men. Like there's a question that was asked to Hazrat Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her. A woman asked her that if the men, when they get hoor, the Arabic word is hoor. If the men get hoor, in Jannah, what will the women get? So she replied, women will get that, what the heart hasn't desired. The women will get that, what their heart hasn't desired, what their eye hasn't seen, what the ear hasn't heard. That means they'll get something equally good. So in short, when you go to Jannah, you get many good things. For example, Quran says you'll get pomegranate, you'll get dates, you'll get rivers of milk flowing. But the dates are not the same dates what you get in this world. The pomegranate is not the same pomegranate what you get here. Even the woman that you find here, the beautiful woman, there you'll get much more beautiful woman. That is Jannah. Even the pomegranate the Quran talks about is not the pomegranate that you and I can buy from the market. It's not the dates that you and I can buy from the market. It is something exclusive, something different, something superb. So even the woman that will get something superb, and even the women, what they get, what their heart hasn't desired, even they will enjoy life. As long as you follow the commandment of Allah in the Quran and the sayings of the Prophet, you'll go to Jannah and get all the good things in Jannah. Hope that answers.
I'm working on women rights. So my question is regarding slavery. Slavery is against human rights. So what's the concept of slavery in Islam, especially female slaves and keeping relation with them with nikah or without nikah? This is quite some verses I read. It's quite confusing for me.
Sister asked the question that she is doing research on women drive, and she's saying that as far as slavery is concerned, what is the view of Islam, and can Muslim have slave, etc., etc. As far as you read the Quran, there are several verses of the Quran which talk about freeing of slaves. Talks about freeing of slaves. As you realize, Quran is a book which is to be followed till the last day. If you analyze the rules and regulations of the Quran was revealed at a time where slavery was very common. Quran is the only religious book on the face of the earth which gives the rules and regulation of how to treat a slave. You can't overburden a slave. There are rules and regulations kept. Today, if you see the UN Charter, and if you want to put it right, like in slavery in Islam can only take place if there is a war, and if in the war there can be slaves. Today, internationally slavery is abolished, but today we have POW, POW? Prisoner of war. Prisoner of war. Now if you analyze the UN Charter, which is supposed to be the most humane, If you know what's happening in Guantanamo Bay, it's totally against Islam. Yet they're doing it, the Americans. They claim to be the most humane people in the world, the maximum human rights according to me, the most unjust people in the world, and maximum violation of human rights in any country, it's done by the American government. The American may be good. I'm talking about the American government, and that's the reason I'm there on the list also. Because I prove it to the world. Now today, if you analyze in a prisoner of war sister, in a prisoner of war, any prisoner of war, any country, they are enclosed in a jail, correct? In Islam, a slave is not enclosed, you know that? So in Islam, I believe that tomorrow is slavery. Islam encourages freeing of slave. Say, if you cannot marry, give the freedom to the slave as mahar, Quranic verse, or Surah Nur. That give the freedom as a mahar. So in Islam, there are various options given. Today, of course, Islam discourages slavery, but if slavery has to come back, the only religious book, the only constitution which gives rights to the slave is Islam. If you follow the constitution, even of the UN Charter, if you read, it is nowhere close to Islam. So when you are talking in Islam, what is slave? It is prisoner of war.
No, about laundries, like there's a concept of laundry.
Yes, that's again. It's prisoner of war. What your right hand possesses is the word in the Quran. What your right hand possesses. What your right hand possesses. So there are rules and regulations laid down in Islam, and always Islam has encouraged freeing of slave. Always. But if you have to maintain a slave, there are some rules and regulations. Unlike in what others do, they do without telling. In normal prisoners of war camp, what happens? There's homosexuality, gays, lesbians, adultery, common. It is not in the rule book, but it is common. In Islam, Allah says in Surah Nisa chapter 4 verse number 3, marry women of a choice in 2s, 3s or 4s. If you can't do justice, marry only one. According to American statistics, an average American before he marries, he has 8 sexual partners. How many?
8.
Average. Some may have 1, some may have 2, some may have 100. 8. After he marries, how many has is not mentioned in the statistics? 8. In Islam, having sex besides your wife, it is prohibited. Yes, when there is slavery, that was permitted. Today it's abolished. When there is. What you have to realize, it doesn't go down the throat. Islam doesn't say marry more than one wife is compulsory. According to me, it is mubah. But if you marry, you have to be just between your wife. And today in the world, there are more women than men. In USA alone, there are 4.8 million females more than male. If every man marries a woman, yet there will be 4.8 million females more than male. So what will happen? For these 4.8 million female, they either marry a man who already has a wife or become public property. Oh, public property is such a harsh word. It is the most sophisticated word I can use, sister. So Islam has the solution to the problems of humankind and the problems of womankind. Islam only has the solution. There, what they do, they are selling their daughters, they are selling their mothers, they are talking about women's liberalization. Whenever you see an ad, invariably you see a woman. Now I am asking you a question, more men drive cars or women drive cars? Men drive car. But in the ad of a car, you'll invariably find a woman. You know, I was told in a very famous ad of BMW, in front of the car, there's a lady with the bikini saying, test drive her now. Who, the girl or the car? So they're selling their daughters, they're talking about women liberalization. They're actually selling their daughter, selling their mother, selling their sister. In Islam, we respect our mother. We respect our daughter, respect our sister. This is the hijab. They put the blame. Oh, they are subjugating the woman by keeping her in hijab. We are not subjugating, we are uplifting. If this is subjugation coming in a bikini ad in front of a car, we are happy to be subjugated by the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what you have to realize, sister, it is more of words, women liberalization. It is nothing but a disguised form of exploitation of body, dignity of soul, and deprivation of honor. In the garb of women liberalization, in the name of art and culture, they are selling their daughters. So they talk about women. That's the reason today amongst those people, the fastest growing religion in Europe is Islam. In America is Islam. In the world is Islam. And out of those people accepting Islam, 2/3 are women, sister. Why? So if Islam is subjugating the women, why are the American women accepting Islam? Why are the European women accepting Islam? Because they find that Islam is the only religion which uplifts them and gives them respect, sister. And for more details, you can refer to my talk on the topic women rights in Islam. You'll get more answers.